Okay, this might be the last one in a little while, cause I'm a little bit out of ideas, I guess. Calculators. Calculator FX. It's a little bit, in all honesty, it's a lot more messy than everything else, cause I tried to prepare for, like, people trying to crash it. But either way, it's not gonna crash. Like, it's gonna spit out an error message, but it's still gonna work. Uh, Also, it's a little bit simple. We can backspace, we can put a bunch of numbers and thingies and clear out. We can put in a decimal, a negative decimal. We can also trick the system a lot with things like, because if I press a number, it will enable these again. So if I had a -3, do this again, we have another negative. I have a workaround for this, but you could do that with pretty much everything. The workaround for this is it's going to be open until it gets clicked again, and then it's going to realize, no, this is already there. You're trying to trick me. I'm rambling a bit. There's also a few little things I added just for funsies, like the infamous 2 plus 2 equals fish, because that makes sense. And the holy rule that most math teachers live by, which is that thou shalt not divide by 0. And it's actually, it works really well, besides, again, trying to error proof it. I don't recommend that part. But this is the code. There's one bit that I actually had to get help from, and I got help from Stack Overflow for this, is in equals. Somewhere in equals, somewhere in all of this mess is the code for that. There's also a lot of statements. Oh, right here. I labeled it very clearly because this is how I felt about it. So the problem with this was that I don't even remember the problem, honestly. You get the answer as a text field. This is non-editable anyway. So you get this as a string. So you can't very easily convert a 2 plus 2 into a into something numeric because of the plus. And having it just check the string for every single bit of it to see, oh, it has a plus or a minus or a divide, that would just make the code super difficult and annoying, and strings intimidate me because they're kind of like a char array, and that's scary. So I asked Stack Overflow for help, and after looking through a lot of answers, I found one that actually worked for me without having to download any other libraries. Because I thought this should be something that's in the original Java packet, and it was this, all of this stuff. Also, this is the little error catcher I have, which is to stop everything from being stupid. Minus, minus. Alright, I don't have that. Minus divide 3. Error. We get the thing, but we can still do whatever we want. The program itself doesn't crash. Again, I haven't actually made like a proper... also, if you're wondering about this, divide and mod. Mod is an abomination, but I thought it'd be fairly useful. But yeah, there's a lot you could do. See, two mods. Error. I haven't error checked that all the buttons go away at the certain time that they're needed to, and honestly, I feel like it's best if I didn't, because it just makes the not like a good 64% of whatever is not customizing the GUI is me having to put, that's not what I was doing, is me having to put, like, having to check, oh, disable this, enable that, make sure those two are not happening at the same time so it doesn't cause an error. Make sure they don't try to break the system for whatever the reason they're trying to break the system. I would do it. So, but yeah, this would be a calculator. It's actually, it also, I didn't show this, did I? It's a lot simpler also with having it check everything of a string, because the little equal to that, I don't remember where I put the little equal to thing that we got, this big area, converts all that, and it's actually really nice. And I've also put in parentheses, so if I wanted, oh, do a plus instead of a minus first, so 2 plus 5 times 8. It's going to add the 2 and the 5, which is 7, multiplied by the 8, which is 56. Yes, 56, which is good, instead of a 2 plus 5 times 8, which is a 42. So I think Pam does, I don't remember very well. The rule is working. Parentheses are doing what parentheses should be doing. And that's about it. I don't have any other little programming projects in mind. I mean, I do, but they're not projects that are going to be done anytime soon, or probably ever, because they're a bit out of my skill set. But who knows? It is up in the air, but if you need a calculator that also needs a GUI, or need a calculator actually that needs complex to be able to solve something a bit more complex than just two numbers being added, divided, or multiplied by something else, then I can't remember it. I can't find it. This would be probably a bit helpful for you. These two are very helpful. And the try catch is also a little bit helpful because the error and everything else. I think I actually needed this, otherwise it would give me an error. I don't remember though. Oh, this I remember though is the little Easter egg. This is the fish. And so forth. Yeah. I mean, this one's not going to do much. This is just printing out whatever the number was. This is actually setting the thing of answered text to the text, which it could fail, and if it does fail, it catches the exception, which it does something. I'm not quite sure of the exception, but it's what it wanted. And answer text is just set to error, because this just handles it very easily. That's about it. So, bye-bye.